Hi everyone, Petrik here. For today's video, I will be talking about SFF Spotlight episode number 98. So yeah, we only have 2 more episodes left before we reach episode number 100. So I guess that's going to be the final episode of this year, happening in the month of December. I'm judging based on my output right now in creating content. But yeah, this is incredible. Yeah, I cannot believe that we are about to reach episode number 100 really soon. And this is only I know I keep on repeating this only because of all of you who keep on tuning to SFF Spotlight, and this is a series of videos that I plan to maintain on my YouTube channel as best as possible. But anyway, if this is the first time you're watching this segment on my channel, this is a series of videos where I talk about new book news, new cover reveals, new special edition, and also new Kickstarter campaign in the adult science fiction and fantasy genre. And today we have quite a lot of topics to cover. Almost 20 topics, I think, and I will try to be as efficient as possible with each topic here. Let's start by talking about new book announcement first. First, we have the release of the next title in Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt Dinniman. The title is A Parrot of Horribles, and this one will be published in May 2026. So yeah, not long from now. That's about 6 months from now, and still I haven't read anything in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. It is something that I need to fix as soon as possible. I'm going to fix it in the next few months. At least that's what I think. Anyway, but yeah, I heard nothing but amazing things about the series, and I have met Matt Dinniman at Dragonsteel Nexus last December. So that's almost a year ago now. Seriously, time flies so fast. But I'm excited about this one, and I believe there will be an indie exclusive physical copy, just like the previous, all the books in the series illustrated by Luciano Fleitas, and this one will be available through Grim Press. Yeah, so that's from Sean Spickman. I will make sure to put the link in the description down below. But moving on to the next one, Matt Dinniman is not the only one with a new book coming out next year. We have 3 other authors, 3 other fantasy and sci-fi authors that are very prominent in the genre as well. For the first one, this is China Mieville. So yeah, China Mieville will be coming up with a new book being published next year, and the title of this book is I believe it is The Rouse. And this one, it's I think the last book published by China Mieville, it's more than a decade ago, if I'm not mistaken, or at least almost a decade ago. So it has been a long time, and yeah, he will be releasing a new book. This is solely by him, not the one written together with Keanu Reeves, the Book of Elsewhere, but that this one is written only by him, and it's being published next year. Similar to the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, I haven't read anything by China Mieville yet. I have wanted to read Perdido Street Station for years now, and I don't know whether I will start from reading The City and the City, or maybe Perdido Street Station, or maybe this one. Next year. I guess time will tell, and my reading mood will decide which one I tackle first. But speaking of books that I will tackle, I know one that I will be reading for sure, and it is the newest book by John Gwynne. Yeah, John Gwynne is coming up with a new book next year. I'm not actually sure when yet, but it is definitely next year, and I'm excited about this one. If I'm not mistaken, the title of the book is The Wisdom of Wolves, or maybe that's the name of the series. But I will definitely read a book by John Gwynne. I mean, this is John Gwynne, one of my top favorite fantasy authors of all time. I have read every book by John Gwynne, and this one will be no exception. Once the advanced reading copy hit my inbox, I will be reading it instantly. And finally, the last book announcement that I want to spotlight on my YouTube channel today. Actually, this is not the last one. There are 2 other books. We have The Daughter of Crows by Mark Lawrence. So yeah, this is the newest book by Mark Lawrence. I think this is the first book in the Kindness Academy, or the Academy of Kindness trilogy. So I have actually read this one. I got the advanced reading copy for The Daughter of Crows, and it is awesome. I think it is one of the best first book of a series written by Mark Lawrence so far, just slightly below Red Sister. But this is based on my first time reading through the book. I remember the first time I read through Red Sister, I believe I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I did not think of it as one of my favorite books of all time, but after doing a second read of Red Sister, that situation changed completely. I fell in love head over heels with Red Sister. I think it is still the best book by Mark Lawrence to date. And for now, I think the Book of the Ancestor will remain my favorite series by Mark Lawrence. I haven't read the Library trilogy yet. I haven't finished the Book of the Ice trilogy yet. And of course, I just began reading the Academy of Kindness trilogy. But if you really enjoyed the Book of the Ancestor trilogy, I think there's a lot to love in this one, The Daughter of Crows. Some part of it actually reminded me of a Red Sister, but a more grim version of it, plus mixed with Greek mythology, and also some part felt like dark fairy tale. And yeah, I think I will talk about this more in my wrap-up videos, but I really enjoyed The Daughter of Crows, and this one will be published in April 2026 with a cover art by Tom Roberts. Basically, Tom Roberts also did the cover art of the Library trilogy. But moving on to the final two cover reveal and also book news that I want to spotlight. This is from Saga Press. Both of these books are being published by Saga Press next year. And the first one is The Republic of Memory by Mahmud El-Sayed. I knew nothing about this author. I knew nothing about this book prior to the cover reveal, and now it is instantly in my reading pile. And yeah, the cover art, it is done by Marcel Deneuve. I believe that's how to pronounce the name. And I think this one is pitched to those of us who enjoyed reading A Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martin. And I enjoyed that one. And fingers crossed I will enjoy reading this upcoming debut novel as well. But speaking of debut, the last book that I want to spotlight before I talk about special editions, this is about a new Japanese-inspired or anime-inspired fantasy debut novel by Naomi Ishiguro being published next year. And the title of the book is The Rainshadow Orphans. And yeah, it's beautiful. The cover art looks beautiful. It is illustrated by Krusier Weasley, great artist. Some of you might know her work on Breath of the Dragon by Fonda. And yeah, that's the same cover artist with The Rainshadow Orphans. And yeah, I look forward to reading this one. So Saga Press, make sure to send me the visiting copy as soon as possible. It is supposedly an anime-inspired novel. Of course, I'm a huge fan of anime with dragons and also sun spirits. Looking forward to reading this one. It will be in my list of most anticipated books of 2026. And speaking of books being published in 2026, let's talk about special editions first. Okay, the first one is about the Murderbot Diaries again by Martha Wells, and this time it is the broken binding edition. I worked really hard together with Micah Epstein, Rachel St. Clair, and also Peng Lu on the special edition of this one. I work as the art director. I help with the design and also the compositions, and I immediately pitched to Micah Epstein that I wanted a montage composition for the Murderbot Diaries, and he went above and beyond in delivering something that is truly spectacular and fitting to the books. But Peng Lu also did a great job, and I love the foil design by Rachel St. Clair. I did the signature page together with Rachel St. Clair as well. I hope many of you, if you decided to get this one, will love the special edition. I, for one, cannot wait to see this one in print. I think it will look really stunning. And I believe it also comes with an acid-free paper, if I'm not mistaken. But it has been a joy to work on this special edition, and hope many of you will love it as well. And moving on to the next one, speaking of montage, this is not a special edition for books, but this is for limited prints by Tommy Arnold. But this one will be for the Green Bone Saga. So some of you might know about the Green Bone Saga by Fonda Lee, one of my favorite series of all time, my favorite completed trilogy of all time. But there is the gold set edition, the gold box set edition published by Orbit Books. It comes with this new slipcase, big slipcase containing all the 3 books with the illustrations of montage illustration by Tommy Arnold. And yeah, the cover art, well, the slipcase art looks beautiful, and Tommy is doing a limited art print of this montage composition. And if you want to own this beautiful and also this beautiful limited and signed art print with a very high quality, then this is your chance. I think this will go until the 14th of November. So yeah, not long from now it will be over. But the final 2 special editions I want to spotlight. For the next one, this is about the upcoming special editions by Grim Oak Press, and this is for the City of Golden Glass by Ted Williams. So this is the first book in the Otherland series. I haven't read anything by Ted Williams other than the Austen art saga, and I'm happy to say that I'm currently reading Into the Narrow Dark. Right? I know. It has been a year since I read Empire of Grass, and I'm really thankful that Ted Williams included a detailed summary of each book in the series, and that helps a lot in making me dive back into the Narrow Dark. And yeah, I think I'm about halfway through the book right now. It is so good. It's so good, and it's shaping up to be one of my favorite books of the year. But anyway, I'm rambling here. My point is this: if I'm done with the Austen art saga, well, I want to read the Otherland, and of course, just like Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn trilogy by Ted Williams, the Grim Oak Press edition, this one is again illustrated by the absolutely legendary artist Donato Giancola. And just the preview, just the front cover here, looks absolutely stunning already. I cannot wait to see the full wraparound art and of course the interior artwork as well. I don't know what the price of this one will be, but the pre-order date for this will be on the 12th of November. So yeah, again, really soon. And finally, for this one, this isn't actually a spotlight, but this is just an information. And such a shame that this happened. This is about A Feast for Crows, the 20th anniversary edition by George Martin. So you can see here, I own all the Folio Society edition of A Song of Ice and Fire. I think that's one of the most beautiful set of books that I own. But prior to owning the Folio Society edition of A Song of Ice and Fire, I was super elated with the 20th anniversary edition of the books already. The first one, A Game of Thrones, is packed with many illustrations by Didier Graffet, Magali Villeneuve, and also many other artists. And then the second book as well, and then the third book by Gary Gianni. The second book, I believe it was illustrated by Lauren Cannon, and the third book by Gary Gianni. So yeah, these are all top tier artists working on A Song of Ice and Fire. I mean, it is A Song of Ice and Fire after all. But for this one, somehow, I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the artwork, well, they are done through generative AI or with the help of generative AI, and there are so many inaccuracies. They don't look good. Somehow all the characters are dressed in blues, and it is such a shame that this happened. I was looking forward to owning this edition. Now, well, I don't think it will happen. I will be satisfied with my Folio Society edition of A Song of Ice and Fire. But if you have seen the entire situation, the entire drama, basically the fandom has exploded after seeing what happened to A Feast for Crows 20th anniversary edition. Let me know what you think about it. And finally, on the last section of today's video, let's talk about Kickstarter campaigns. I have 4 to spotlight, and for the first one, this is about one of my favorite trilogy of all time. This is about the First Law trilogy. And what another edition for the First Law trilogy? Well, according to Logan Nine Fingers, maybe you can't have too many special editions. So this will be done through Kickstarter campaign in collaboration with LitEscalate. All the artwork, or at least the cover art, will be illustrated by Joel Daniel Phillips. I don't think the quality of this one will be up to the quality of Curious King edition, but this is the First Law. It is a series that means a lot to me, and I hope with the new illustrations, I think they are done in traditional style, oil painting by Joel Daniel Phillips. But other than that, I also hope that this one will be Smithson binding and acid-free paper. So one of the reasons this Kickstarter campaign happened is because there hasn't been a US hardcover for the First Law series in so many years, not counting the Subterranean Press edition, of course. But that this one, the Kickstarter campaign will start on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken, the 21st or 22nd of November. So mark your date if you want to own a special edition, a special hardcover edition of the First Law trilogy. And after that, we have this collaboration between Wraithmarked and Hello Future Me. This is for Labyrinth Zero, and this is a collection of short stories by many incredible fantasy authors. Ryan Cahill, my friend and also a great author, is involved in this project as well. And of course, Hello Future Me, Tim, who I got to meet in WorldCon last year. Can't believe it has been a year. Again, it's just surreal sometimes to think that these people are people that I have actually met in person now. But again, I'm rambling again. Sorry. Lately, I've been doing a lot of reminiscing, and sometimes, well, I talk about them on my YouTube channel. But anyway, this Kickstarter campaign is fully funded now. But if you want to own a copy of this book, this beautiful looking book, it is still possible to do that through the link in the description down below. And well done to Wraithmarked and also Hello Future Me or Tim for this success. And we still have two more Kickstarter campaign to spotlight. The next one is about Endless Flight by AC Cobble. This is the sequel to Benjamin Ashwood. I actually own special edition, the Kickstarter campaign edition of Benjamin Ashwood already, and I think it turned out really nice, especially the slipcase or the clamshell. Yeah, the mini clamshell design specifically with the cutout for this edition, it looks really good, and I cannot wait to see the entire set being done in this same fashion. But again, Joe Requeza is back again to be the illustrator for this edition of Benjamin Ashwood. And finally, the last Kickstarter campaign I want to spotlight today. This is for Dead Stars Part 2. And yeah, this is the last book in the Emaneska saga, the first part of Emaneska saga by Ben Galley. And yeah, I believe in one of my first episode of SFF Spotlight, I spotlighted the written illustrated edition. And now we're at the end of the series, Dead Stars Part 2. And again, just like the previous 3 books in the Emaneska Saga series, this is done in two-tone color. Again, this time, yellow. And yeah, I look forward to owning the sets, okay? I already own the previous 3 books, the illustrated edition, and I want to own this one as well. So congratulations to Ben Galley for this. And finally, the last topic in today's episode of SFF Spotlight is just about One Piece. So One Piece, the anime, has something really big has changed to the schedule. It is honestly, to me, still a miracle that prior to this event, prior to this news, that One Piece kept on running every week for decades. The anime, it kept on running per episode for decades, and now things will change to increase the quality of the anime, especially in pacing and also overall production, basically. Because I used to really love One Piece anime, but the pacing has gotten so bad, really bad, and I don't think it was enjoyable anymore, except to hear the voice acting, the Japanese seiyuu voice acting of the characters, Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Sanji, and so many other characters in One Piece. One Piece is packed with probably thousands of characters now. But I used to really love One Piece anime, but the pacing is really off now. I think it is so bloated with unnecessary content, and also there's so many zoom in scenes to the characters, even in the most unimportant moments, in order to prolong the episodes. Because, well, as I said, it is a miracle that they could actually publish One Piece per episode for so many years now, per week. Okay, per week running for so many years, and now things will change. It will start to shift into seasonal anime now, just like many other animes currently ongoing, like My Hero Academia, which is so good. It is amazing. It is in the final season right now, and Attack on Titan, and also many other anime that went through seasonal anime. This means there will be breaks after each season, and then once the new season begins, well, One Piece will be back weekly. So yeah, I look forward to that day, and hopefully this indeed will mean an increase in the quality, in the production quality. But I'm kind of confused though. With this shift, and then there is still the new anime, One Piece anime that starts from the beginning again, being done by Production IG. I really don't know what will happen to these two ongoing at the same time anime production of One Piece. I guess we'll find out probably next year in 2026. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. That's a lot of topics, and I'm sorry if I rambled a bit too much on some of the topics, even though I already said that I wanted to be efficient. But anyway, again, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who keep on tuning into SFF Spotlight. We only have about probably 2 more episodes before the end of SFF Spotlight this year, and I hope many of you will tune in to watch that one, to watch the last 2 episodes as well. But for now, as always, let me know your thoughts about the new set I spotlighted in the comment section down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.